Welcome to Answers for Living. I'm Pastor Dave from Avondale Presbyterian Church, and we're looking at some basic principles every disciple of Jesus needs to know. And today we're going to look at passing judgment. Remember this: we should judge people the way we want God to judge us. Listen to the scriptures. Do not judge, and you will not be judged. Do not condemn, and you will not be condemned. Forgive, and you will be forgiven. Give, and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, will be poured into your lap. For with the measure you use, it will be measured to you. To judge someone is to pass judgment before you know the whole truth, before you know all the sides of the story. Once you know the truth and the facts from the person's own mouth, do not condemn. To condemn is to pass a sentence on a person for what you believe they did or they did do. Someone does something to you, ticks you off, and you mutter under your breath, "Burn in hell." That's condemnation. Now, Jesus isn't saying don't use discernment. If God calls it a sin, it's a sin. But when you go to someone and talk to them about their sinful behavior, we need to do it with grace and mercy and forgiveness, not arrogance and harshness, not judgment or condemnation. In a church I pastored years and years ago, a woman my age was living with her male friend. She attended church regular and she was serving in a church. I felt it was my responsibility as her pastor to go and talk to her about her living arrangements. I asked her if what I had heard was true, and she said yes. I asked her if she was planning on being married, and she said no. I asked her how she could justify her sinfulness, and she said very simply, God will have to understand. I told her that she was able to still attend church, but I asked her to stop serving in the capacity that she was serving until she dealt with her sin before God. And she agreed. There was no harshness, there was no arrogance, and we're still friends today. I gave her the opportunity, though, to tell me what was really going on. Now you say, what right did you have to discern sin that way? Well, Jesus discerned sin. He said certain behavior is sinful. If the Bible calls something sin, we can also call it sin. But you say, well, Pastor Dave, why couldn't you just let it go? What harm was she bringing to anybody? Well, Jesus says through the Apostle Paul, blatant sin, undealt with, can spread through the whole church just like yeast permeates dough. But we're never to judge without knowing all the facts. And then after knowing all the facts, we're never to condemn. Always move with grace and mercy and forgiveness.